You know, Burnett, the Industrial Revolution happened because of the steam engine. When the water power was unavailable, the industries were able to use the steam engine. Yes, you've told me this all before. You know, son, the Industrial Revolution happened because of the steam engine. When the water power was unavailable, the industries were able to use the steam engine.
Ah, Mrs. Stone. Do you have any idea when your husband will be here?
He's on his way back from a business trip. He should be on the island by nightfall, but I can be here in his place in the meantime. Now what's happened here?
That's what we're trying to assess, ma'am. Only one of us was here when the explosion happened, and he's less than confident in what he's seen.
I saw a man in the tunnel holding something. I didn't think much of it. And then there was this huge crash and all these stones flying and I heard glass breaking and...
When will the cleanup crew be here?
They're arriving shortly, Mrs. Stone, but we thought we'd wait until Mr. Stone returns until we start excavating.
Let's get started.
Oh no.
The boss? Worse.
My coaches!
Michelle, I got here the second I could. There was a delay. Do we know how this happened?
From what we can determine, it appears to have been some sort of deliberate sabotage.
From who?
I don't know, but I've got my hunches.
Was anyone killed?
Whoever lit the dynamite.
This was a bad idea.
What was?
This quarry. This project. Look at this disaster. Ever since you called me, I've been thinking that we should have...
What?
Maybe we should have left this part of the island alone.
Burnett, listen to yourself. Are you joking?
Michelle, someone died!
And it was their fault. You really think you'd throw all this away for nothing? This is why I make your decisions.
Hello there, Thomas. Is something wrong?
Thomas, what are you doing here alone? Where are your coaches?
I'm just so disgusted with myself.
You didn't do anything.
I could have prevented this. Don't you understand, Michelle? This island is my responsibility. If anything goes wrong, it's on my head. Someone died because of me, and the whole quarry is destroyed.
And how could you have prevented it?
Security! If someone could just walk into the quarry whenever they like and do whatever they want, who knows what could happen? If I was keeping an eye on everything properly, these sorts of accidents wouldn't be happening.
And how exactly are you going to do that?
We need to upgrade.
Well, Mr. Stone, it's hard to say what other measures you could take to improve security above what you already have done. You already have a spy facility up and running. I can hardly think of a better way of keeping everything under control.
But it's not enough. I need a way to keep an eye on the whole island at once.
Maximum control. I see. Have you ever thought of cameras?
What, like for movies?
Yeah, we've got these new IA surveillance cameras already installed in some places. The technology is in its infancy, but a man like yourself might appreciate its usefulness.
Cameras.
This is what it's like for the rest of you to settle in for the night? I'm usually on the total other side of the island. So what have you been...
Now that's nice, Ryan. Please let me continue. I was set to be approaching Tidmouth Beach this morning when the most ghastly flock of seagulls floods in overhead.
Yeah, Tidmouth Beach has a really nasty seagull problem. So, where's Gordon? I haven't seen him in quite some time. He's out pulling a train right now. He should be back soon. He usually doesn't stay out for more than...
Oh, hello, Gordon. How are you doing?
That's not Gordon.
Hello, everyone. What's all this about, Gordon? I don't see him anywhere.
Thomas, what happened?
What do you mean?
Hello, everyone. Sorry, there was a passenger who refused to get off the train and the station master had to call the police. Wait, what?
Gordon! Good to see you!
Thomas, what on earth? You look just like me.
I do? I just wanted a proper coat of northwestern blue is all. It seems silly wearing my old Great Northern paintwork all the time. Isn't it lovely?
Thomas, you look like Gordon. How are we supposed to tell you apart?
Oh, I just thought maybe I would fit in more if I
I had honestly forgotten that blue is the official Northwestern color. Gordon has been the only engine to wear it for so long. If anything, I'd say green is the official color of our railway. Seems like most of us are green nowadays. I suppose Burnett really fancies it. What else is new?
Oh, you don't?
Why did you only decide to change now?
I think I left something at the steamworks.
The state-of-the-art technology, Mr. Stone. Every camera can record up to 10 years of video, all backed up to the cloud. Each one can be connected and hooked up back to one location so you can see everything in real time. 10 years of video? Like I said, Mr. Stone, state-of-the-art technology.
Oh, hello there, Ryan. Wait, what?
Notice anything?
Right. Ryan, you're blue. How?
Oh, I just felt it was time to fit in a little better. You know, match the livery of the railway and all. I mean, even if it's not commonly used anymore, I guess it's what the kids call retro. So, how do I look?
Blue? Like me?
I guess we're bringing it back.
Excuse me, Mr. Stone. Mr. Stone. Hello there. Albert Jennings. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. To what do I owe the pleasure? Well, Mr. Stone, you see, I supervise a small railway operation in the far north. We've had a terrible bankruptcy, and we're trying desperately to sell off our engines. We have 2 diesels that we're practically giving away, and we hear that Sodor is something of a sanctuary for engines in need. Well, 2 engines? Look, I'll give it my utmost of consideration. Rather sudden of you to just... Terribly sorry, sir. It's just that we only have a short time left, and we'd really like to make sure these engines have a good home. We'd practically hand them over to you. Just something for you to consider. Right. Well, we'll see. I'm a very busy man. You'll have to message my assistant. Right, sir. I will. Thank you. I hope I read this over right.
I don't see many engines around here in the evening. It's usually pretty quiet.
Well, I'd rather not return to the sheds after what happened last night.
I don't understand what the big deal is. Why does it matter if you're blue? I don't think you look like Gordon at all. Well, here we are. Home sweet home.
This is where you live?
Of course. It might not look like it now, though. The paint of the shed used to look less worn than it does now. But we can always have it repainted.
But you're so far into the woods. There isn't anyone around.
You're around.
No, I mean, usually.
Well, there is a bird's nest up in the rafters of my shed. The babies have left, but the parents are still there. Well, I'm not quite exactly sure what's happened.
So you have no company most of the time? Whenever you're not working?
Most certainly not. Whenever I'm not working, I'm mostly at the harbor or the yard. I like to watch the seagulls or the rabbits or whoever else is nearby. It's never really lonely.
So, you're content with this?
Sure, why shouldn't I be? There's always someone around if you look hard enough. There's always someone watching. This is just the display model. It functions, but they said it would be a while before the others I ordered would be in stock.
Do you really think this is the smartest way to improve security? You couldn't find any better ideas?
What do you mean, better ideas? This is perfect. Wait till you see them in action. The man at the store explained it perfectly.
How many cameras did you buy?
Enough to never have to worry about security ever again.
Is this all necessary?
Michelle, we've talked this to death. We're getting the cameras, and that's final.
You know, it is really rather peaceful out here. I usually can't appreciate the forest with all the other engines around.
Yeah, they don't quite appreciate it like Henry and I do. But I don't mind. More for us.
You know, it's strange. I can remember when you were first being built.
Really? I don't. What was it like?
Well, I wasn't involved very much, but I can remember your first test run.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. I have the photo in my shed.
Times sure are different around here. The whole island feels so different than it did all those years ago. And back then they said it felt different than it did before that.
The stability of the island has really flourished recently. Mr. Stone has done a good job.
He certainly does.
Sir, I'm afraid there's going to be a delay. What are you talking about? The 2 engines you purchased. I didn't purchase any engines. Well, we got a call a while back saying you agreed to purchase 2 diesel engines. What? I only said I'd consider it, not go through with it. How much did we spend? £100 each. £100 each? That's impossible. There must have been some sort of error. No, sir. It's confirmed. The payments have gone through. Are they in working order? To my knowledge, sir, yes. But as I was saying, there will be a delay to their arrival. Do you want me to arrange a cancellation? Well, maybe I better let them come after all. Come to think of it, there have been some requests for another engine at the spy facility. Let them go through. Well, Thomas, you're in a better spirits than when I last saw you.
Well, sir, I've had an eventful few days.
All you needed to be less blue was to be painted blue, I suppose.
Ryan, you're the worst. Thanks for not being red. Goodbye, Thomas.